Thai units to work in northern Laos. They called it the Peru, the Police Aerial Resupply Unit, were made up of Border Patrol police.
I believe I have a ring.
Right.
Peru ring, yeah.
And the Peru were very good. And going back on Operation Momentum, which was the CIA operation in Laos from 1962 onward, they used the Peru to train Lao and Hmong forces fighting North Vietnamese up in Laos. And so they come back at their camp, and of course they had insurgencies in northeast Thailand as well. And so we go over there and practice parachuting with them.
So name all the guys too as well again on this.
Well, this is only your dad, Clyde Howard. The rest of them are all Thai.
Okay,
and
so
I don't
he
have
was
any.
training.
Yes.
Okay. So the guys at top again, who were they again?
I don't know these people. I mean,
no, up here, up on the top.
Oh, right here?
Top photo.
Oh, here. Yeah, this is our team, our combat control team.
And say their names again.
Okay.
I might have missed it.
Mitch Bryan, Michael R. Bryan,
Okay.
K.B. Duncan,
Okay.
John Wood, and Clyde Howard.
They were all, they had the one hooch together, right?
Well, no, all of us, the whole team
okay.
was in that hooch.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and John was our boss at the time. He was a mass sergeant.
Okay.
And this is 1972.
1972.
Yeah.
Now down here, was he training how to do pack a chute or?
Well, here we're just packing parachutes.
Packing.
And we won't be able to interview us.
Oh, good luck getting out of that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
But if you notice, the Thai had large structures, no air conditioning, no screens, no windows.
Wow.
It's pretty rudimentary.
Wow,
Okay.
Got it. Yep.
All right, so now on the other side, of course, again, I took these pictures. We'll start on the bottom, and this is your dad inside a M151 Jeep, but it's a radio Jeep because you got radio communications, and that radio Jeep is known in combat control as the MRC 108, and that's how we controlled landing strips, and at times close air support, but mostly landing strips in northern Thailand. And I believe that might be Eddie. That almost looks like Eddie.
Wow.
If you look hard,
I think it is.
I think that's Eddie.
I think it is Eddie.
I think that's Eddie.
Yeah.
But Eddie was a supply guy at the time.
Let's go up.
Eddie looks like George Krause, who was a combat control, but I think that's Eddie at the time.
Yeah. Yeah, he'd like a copy of that, so that's awesome.
Look how small those waists were.
Yeah, little brother. Yeah. You got big brother and little brother right there.
Okay, right there.
Gotcha.
Now, I recognize Eddie because of his mustache.
Right.
And he's got the same look. He's got the same forehead.
Right.
Right? All right. And then some of these, just like here on this picture on the top, where it says September 72. So I had a Minolta SRT 101.
Okay.
I took many places, but I didn't get enough pictures. This is our range south and west of Udorn.
Okay.
By about 30 kilometers. It was in the province of Nambu Lampul. And we would go there and train as a part of our graduation exercise, our forward air guides.
Gotcha.
Okay. And we'd have Thai border police come as our security protection because there were some communist insurgents in the area. We had to be protected, and we were also armed. And here you can see the large radio antenna from our UHF PRC 41 radio. So all the old combat controllers know what that is because we all carried it on our back with the 16-pound battery that fueled it. 16-pound wet cell battery.
Wow.
Yes.
that's wow. That's a big battery.
And we're looking down in the valley. We're on top of a cliff here, and you can see the other side of the mountain range there. And we'd have T-28 sorties coming in from normally south to north. The valley ran south-north on the axes,
yeah.
And we would direct the practice airstrikes. And
so this particular picture is a training picture.
And I'll send you this digital picture.
Very
as well.
nice. Yes, sir. Thank you. So how did the Thais and the Hmongs, they took to you guys very well? And
they were. We never had any issues when we trained third-party nationals. We trained Cambodians, Khmers.
Yeah.
We trained Hmong. We trained Lao, and we trained Thai.
Yeah.
And
they're all pretty receptive.
And they were all the ones in the military were getting military pay. The ones who were civilians, primarily the Thai forward air guides, they were in the employ of the U.S. Government.
And you said you had him as young as how old?
I had a Hmong trainee at 10 years old.
Wow, that is amazing.
And I had a class that was between 10 and 20.
And
they went back up. They lost about 60% of their population by the North Vietnamese. It was a meat grinder. But we taught them how to direct airstrikes and how to talk to airplanes and how to get resupply drops to where they were located. Northern Laos is very mountainous.
So obviously much more grown up over there.
Oh,
yeah.
Well, they were forced to do it.
They
were
have a choice.
expected to do
it. Yep.
And in Vang Pao's army, you did it or you had no choice.
Yeah, it's either. Wow, awesome pictures. Man, some of this should be in museums or something somewhere, the heritage or something.
I tried to enhance them this morning, and that's about as best I can do.
Yeah. Well, that looks very good. Very good. Thank you so much.
All right.
Yep. That is good.
So it's up to you if you want to keep on going. Have you ever read Jan Churchill's book?
Yeah, I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got the Classified Secrets.
And in here on page primarily 35 and 36 is where your dad provided his testimony on what he did, and quoted him. But a lot of the things that he quoted was not only his first early tours, they reflected what we did in the early 70s as well, when we worked up in Laos, working with F-111 aircraft and working with the monks. So here's back at the range again. This was another at the Nambu Lambu range, and working with forward air guides, and that was probably in late 60s.
A little bit in that shadow, get it down. There we go. There it is. That's awesome. Very good.
And so we also flew, and Clyde talks about when we flew AC-130s, we flew, AC-119s, and some other aircraft, T-28s. We were on flight status and O-1s as well to support the training in Thailand. And we flew the AC-119 combat missions in northern Laos and southern Laos. And so this book is good. It's another one that contributes to the body of knowledge of the secret war in Laos at the time. And I have another large book. I wasn't going to spam you with everything today. I got another one that.
Oh, I can't. I love it, man. I love it.
I contributed pictures to it, and it was written by a couple authors that interviewed me in the 80s, and Ken Cowboy, and they did a nice job describing what took place. Laos reminded me of Afghanistan right now. It was very tribal. Right. So this is a good book by Jan Churchill, and she did a nice job there. So
I think she even tried to she tried to reach out to me one time. I actually have that book as well, and it seems like every time I turn around, he's just in another book.
Yeah.
So it's pretty awesome what you guys did.
And then finally, I have a little thing for you that you may have, and I don't know if you have it. But when Wayne Norred was at the head of the Air Commando Association, we had some of these coins made.
No, I don't have.
And here's the AFSOC logo commemorating the beginning of AFSOC. And on the back of it is X, and I was told that was standing for our brand X, as far as I know it to be. And so this one I want you to have.
Thank you.
And you can keep that as a memory of your dad who contributed to Brand X, help architect Brand X, and support it.
Wow. Thank you. That is amazing. I try to keep up with Coach as well and make sure he's okay. And that hurricane that just came through, he said he was on a trip, I think. He was up north, so he was fine. So, but we the Howard family, my goal, one of my goals is to always have you guys honored and remembered, and not just what you did, but you yourself. To me is important. I love. They're all exceptional, all combat controllers, but you guys were pioneers. You guys are, in my opinion, and maybe I'm a little biased, of course, but you guys got it to where it is today. And to me, I think they should always be remembered. And also, young controllers they look for somebody. They look to, like, I want to be a viola. I want to be a combat controller, even if it's in a movie or anything promotional. I don't think you can ever, go wrong with a good promotion of a patriotic duty to your country. And you guys were at the tip of the spear. You guys were exceptional. So, to me, it was an honor today to meet with this beautiful lady and myself and your lovely lady, Nancy. So I love this. I've been looking forward to this. I didn't know it would come like this, but it's been a blessing. Look at this, guys. This is crazy. This is awesome. So when anybody says America's not patriotic anymore, they're friggin' liars. That's all I got to say. So, but thank you. Means a lot, because I miss my father. And for me, you guys are here still, and I'm gonna do my best to honor you and NORAD, Crutchfield, my father, whoever's here and whoever's in a better place. So,
well, you're part of the family.
Thank you. Thank you.
Because people that I know and love and honor, the same thing, and we're all part of that family now, and it's all good.
Yeah.
And we do have to remember it, but you especially, from where you were born and how you were raised, that is tremendous.
It was
you're
pretty
a
rough.
wonderful success in life,
Yeah.
and you have a beautiful family, and it was great to meet you both today in person. And we'll have to do more of this.
Yeah,
We
absolutely.
don't live far away.
Teach me how to golf. I don't know how to do that thing.
We can
man.
do that.
Yeah. Get a couple drinks or something,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And although I took karate, I can't pick my legs up high anymore.
Well, I can maybe show you some of those things. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe you can show me some of the things.
But no, it is one big family, and families fight at times.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and that's fine. And but we all love each other, and it's great. And your dad was part of that. And personally, we were together. We lived together downtown. We had a team house in Udorn. We lived in the Hooch on the base. We did combat missions together. You get to know people.
Yeah. And I tell you, my dad, I don't think he knew how to stop working. After retirement, he just kept going. And his big thing was his brothers. He just felt that, he get aggravated and frustrated, with things that go on here and there, but he didn't know how to stop, and he didn't know how to stop loving his brothers. He just didn't. And JK, you're one of his brothers, and I know he loved you and Carney, and Uncle Eddie has been very.
He was close to Bud.
Yeah, Bud Gonzalez. From my understanding, was Roger Clare too, and
Wayne Gardner was close to your dad.
Yeah, a lot. I mean, just countless people that have reached out to me and have personally gave their condolences when that time happened. 2011, his passing. But with that, I'll be honest. It's like I didn't know much about my other side of my father, and that's what I'm trying to do now, is through you guys kind of find out things I didn't know. I just think that if generally being the quiet professionals, you don't bring a lot of attention to yourself, but at the same time, I'm a civilian. I'm a proud son. I'm going to do that for you whether you want it or not. So I just think that should always be remembered. The grandkids, great grandkids, America, other countries, they should be, and they are very thankful for the tip of the spear, and you're part of that, JK. We appreciate you, brother.
All right.
We love you.
Oh yeah.
All right.